Okay guys, as you can probably tell, we're going to be doing some beekeeping today. Um, I have been learning about the beekeeping. I already recorded a 30-minute episode about beekeeping, but I want to keep this Feed the Beast for Beginners series as an actual Feed the Beast for Beginners series that's like tutorials. I don't want it to be like a let's play or like me trying to learn stuff as I go, so I'm going to learn stuff and then record it. So I made a little setup over here for my bees. I'm going to talk to you guys a little about a few things that you'll be needing and a few things about bees. So I'm going to wait for it to be daytime and then I'll talk to you guys. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is build a scoop. Now a scoop, this is how you build one. I don't have a piece of wool on me. Okay, so you put sticks in this formation and then one wool here. It's not a wool, but that's where you put the wool, and you get these scoops. And now each scoop, it's used to break beehives that you can find anywhere around the world. You saw me breaking those earlier. So yeah, if I break a grass block, I'll also use a use of the scoop. So don't use it on anything other than beehives. And the beehives can only be broken by the scoop if you want to actually get stuff. So when you break a beehive, you will get one princess, I believe 1 to 3 drones, and sometimes 1 or 2 honeycombs. So there's 3 kinds of bees. There's tons of kind of bees, but like, sorry, I did some mining here. But you can get princesses, drones, and queens. So let's look at our apiary. And now apiaries are, you can find them. I found mine in the starting village in this house right here. It's a cherry wood house. This is it. It has wax candles in it. You can put them out like that. And the apiaries are right here, and there were some flowers. I put this chest here. And there's actually a beekeeper in this house. And he sold apiaries for, I believe, 20 logs, but I didn't actually get around to buying any. And then he ended up dying from a zombie. So I'm going to go over to that village. I found another one, and I marked it. And it's actually a pretty good village. So I'm going to go fly over there and see you guys there. Just a quick little thing, if you don't know how to put waypoints in like this, you just press the N key, or whatever you have set for your minimap menu key, and you go to waypoints down here, and you can add or remove waypoints, and then by clicking this little block box, you can change the color. Set that to blue, okay. You can turn it on or off. I have my home off, just in case I get lost. I can turn this on, find my way back home, and you can just add new ones and type the name in here, and it'll use your current coordinate, or you can set a coordinate. But yeah, that's a pretty cool little feature in this mod for the mini map. But yeah, this village is I'm lucky I found it, and there's 2 villagers in particular that are actually really good. Like, they have some really good trade deals. So I'm going to take a look at some of those. It's a weird kind of village. Like, it's in the jungle hills, and all the villagers are everywhere, and all the houses are on different levels and stuff. But yeah, here's the first guy, this guy with the purple hat. Amber for emeralds. I'm going to just get all the emeralds. Oh, is that it? Is that all I can get? So that's all I can get, sadly. And he doesn't even have another trade option. Oh well, got 8 emeralds from him. Amber is pretty useless. But where's the next guy? Oh, he's... Where did I locked him in some house. Which house was it? Was it this one? Oh no, it's the beekeeper's house. Okay, yeah. Down here. This is another beekeeper's house, and this is what it looks like without... Like with the apiaries there, and the flowers these spawned. So I'm gonna take these, and then this beekeeper, for emeralds you can get these frames, and there's no recipe for the frame. But I'm just gonna get the frames here. Oh, did I just drop an emerald? Nope. And then in this beehive, there were frames also. And there was a marshy queen? Or did I put that there? I think that was in there. Okay, there's more frames. And I'm going to look up the significance of frames in a second, but I think what I know so far about frames is that you put them into a beehive and they either make the process go faster or they get your bees they get better bees. So I'm gonna look up what frames do here 1 second. Okay guys, so this is what frames do. There's three kinds of frames. There's these proven frames, there's untreated frames, and then there is impregnated frames. So the order of level is untreated, impregnated, proven. Untreated is the worst, proven is the best. Untreated, impregnated can be made by the player. I don't know what the recipe is though. But these proven frames are the best, but they can only be purchased by villagers. So I guess I got a really good deal here. They just go in here, and they increase each frame. They all just do the same thing. They increase the production rate of your bees by 10% per frame. And you can put, they all do 10%. So each frame does, like, if you put a proven, it does 10%. If you do an untreated, it is 10%. But just the untreated last a lot longer than the proven lasts a lot longer than the untreated. So yeah, that's how the frames work. And now I'm going to show you a few little things that you should be building to get started with your beekeeping. So I have these three machines over here. I'm just powering them by coal and Stirling engines. So this is the first one, the squeezer. And now I'm using this squeezer to get seed oil. So seed oil, I don't have any seeds in here. But seed oil is, you need seed oil to make impregnated frames, impregnated sticks, and impregnated casings, I believe. I've just been making these impregnated casings out of oak wood, and this, all you do is put 8 oak wood in this shape into a carpenter, and you feed it with seed oil, and it will make these impregnated casings. But in order to get seed oil, you need to squeeze 50 seeds, and 50 seeds will give you 1 can or a bucket of seed oil, and then you put that into the carpenter, and that will give you, I don't know how many frames, about like 5 or 10. So, and then the third thing I have here is the centrifuge, and this is what you put your honeycombs into, so that they can produce what they're getting for you. So, this is pretty much, the reason you want higher level bees is to get better honeycombs that can give you different things. So I've been getting beeswax and honey drops you need for certain things. Beeswax you can make, let's see what you can make out of beeswax. Oh, no recipe, but anyways, beeswax you can make, I know, a few things. You can make some more cans, like beeswax cans. And I got this snowball from like a frosty honeycomb. Do I have enough coal? Yeah, frosty honeycomb gave me 1 snowball, which is pretty useless. Don't need that. But yeah, different honeycombs give you different things. So you can just look up the recipe for the squeezer, carpenter, and centrifuge, and you see this is going to go. What's it going to make? Made 1 beeswax and 1 honey drop. Okay, so yeah, make those 3 machines. Next, the apiaries. So you can either do what I did and go steal apiaries from a beekeeper, or the beekeeper sometimes sells apiaries for logs, which you could also trade them for, or you can build them yourself. I believe this is how you build them. Oh, get some logs. So you put your impregnated casing made out of seed oil and logs. Put wood there, wood there. Yep, and that makes an apiary. So it will take a fair amount of seeds, and the way I've been getting seeds is through my melon farm that I just made. I think I showed in the last episode. So yeah, you just put the melons, get melon seeds. Make sure you're not putting melons into the squeezer. Make sure you're actually putting seeds in there, and that will start producing the seed oil. It will take 50 seeds. You can put wheat seeds, like just normal seeds, or pumpkin seeds. I think that's it. But yeah, So you can make them, or you can trade villagers for them. Do as you choose. The next thing you're going to want to make is one of these. So, what's it called again? Hold on, let me search what this is called. Yeah, it's an apiarist chest. So you're going to want to make one of these. It's just made out of honeycombs. Only these honeycombs, though. Rocky combs won't work, so if you have rocky combs, don't use those. Only the ones you can see in here. So 5 combs, a chest, and a glass. You can get the combs just from breaking beehives that you find in the world, so that shouldn't be too hard to get. And what this does, it stores your bees for you. I have a lot of bees. But yeah, it stores them for you, and it has 5 pages, and then it tells you what they can be made into, and yeah. And then these numbers here, queens, princesses, and drones, I believe that is how many different kinds you have, or something like that. Or different possibilities you can make, but yeah. So I'm going to show you, 2 more machines that you want to make, or you want to make the Beealizer and the Habitat Locator. And the Habitat Locator is just 4 bronze ingots and a red stone, and that's not too hard to make, but what you do with this thing is you take your beeswax, and we open it up here, and here's all the different habitats. So we can put a drone in here, or a bee, any bee, and then you have to feed it with honey drops, and then that will show you what habitats it can breed in. So the end, forest, plains, ocean, and hills. These are usually the most common biomes. Oh, sorry. These are the most common biomes that most bees can breed in. Certain bees will only be able to breed in certain places. So like, yeah. The next is the Beealizer. And is there a recipe for this? No, I'll show you the recipe in a second. But what this does, you also feed it with honey. So let's put 1 honey in there, and then this will tell us, it will give us these stats. So it used to say unknown below the name of the bee, but now it gives us stats. So species, forest, lifespan, shorter, that's not good, speed, short or slowest, pollen, slower, flowers, that means that it wants flowers around its apiary. Certain bees, I think jungle bees want like vines around their apiary. And then some nether bees want like nether warts. Some water bees or something want lily pads around their apiaries. But most bees want flowers. And I believe you can use the modded flowers, like the special ones. Oh. But I think these red and yellow vanilla Minecraft flowers work the best. I don't know if the other ones actually do anything. But yeah, most bees won't be able to breed without flowers. So make sure you get some of those planted around there. And once you fed this 1 honey, it's good forever. So fertility times 3, that's how many bees it will produce. So that's most of them have times 2, I believe. So this one's okay. The area is where, like, what flowers, like what area of flowers will affect it. So 9 by 9 and then 6 high, I believe that's how it is. And then the effect is none. Certain bees have an effect, so like some bees can actually damage you while they're breeding, or things like that, or poison you, or freeze you, so different things like that. And then you can put them into different ones. So the climate normal, temperature tolerance 0, humidity normal, humidity tolerance 0. So those stats are pretty average in the basic bees. And then you have nocturnal, flyer, and cave. And so what that means is that most apiaries require certain things for the bees to breed. It must not be raining. It must be daytime, and there must be no blocks like above it. There must be only sky above it. So you could put them underground and just dig tunnels like above each apiary, but it's better just have it above ground. So certain bees, eventually you can breed them to have these traits, so they can breed during the night and they can breed like in caves, underground stuff. So yeah. The next one is this. This is just the honeycombs that it can produce. These are the possible mutations. So we'll show you mutations. So if you, I only have 1 here. So if you mix it with this red bee, which I'll show you in a second, and it will produce this white bee. So I'll show you that in a minute, and then I don't know much about this last one. I don't think this means anything really. So yeah, let me just show you the recipe for the beealyzer real quick. Okay guys, so this is how you're going to want to make your beealyzer. It will take 1 diamond, but that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. But yeah, this is how you make it. 2 glass panes, 4 tin, 2 redstone, 1 diamond. And then you need to supply this with water. The recipe won't appear if you don't have water, so make sure that's there. But yeah, that's how you make the beealyzer. And now we're going to take a look at how you should get started with your bees. Okay guys, so at the start of this video you saw me getting some bees, but what you're going to want to start off with is, like, I got a ton of different kind of bees here. The drones will stack, but the princesses will not stack. And I believe that is because princesses, they all can have different kinds of genes, but the drones will have the same one. I think that might be it. But at the same time, some drones will not stack. Like, these are both Rockies, so these 19 must have the same genes, but these 2 also have different genes. But yeah, so you're going to want to get forest drones, and like, this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go to a biome, a forest biome, find forest and meadows drones and queens. Or, wait, is that a queen? Yeah, I don't want this queen. I'll take it anyways. You're going to want forest and meadows. So, now that we have that, we're going to want to breed those, but they will not work for some reason in here. It says hostile environment. Now I am in a plains biome, as you can see here, which it said it could breed in the beealyzer, I believe. Wait, no, not the beealyzer. This thing. The habitat locator. Let's put a honey drop. So yeah, it says plains will work, but it's not working for some reason. So what we're going to want to do is go down to the ocean, and the ocean biome, that's where most bees can be bred. So I am actually going to move my setup to the ocean eventually. I just have a few little, whatchamacallit, apiaries, a few of them down there already, so I'm going to go show you breeding down there. You can breed, like, it's easy to breed them if you just go to their specific biomes, but once you get into, like, breeding them at your base, and if they're not in the right biome, it won't work. I suggest you just make your bee little base thing in an ocean biome, because most of them will work in an ocean biome. So now we're in an ocean biome, and oh, got more bees here. So the way an apiary works is you put your princess in the top. So we're going to mix the meadows and the forest. So these are the first level, I guess we can call them, of bees. So let's put the meadows princess and a forest drone. Now this bar will count up. Once it reaches the top, it'll make a queen. And there's our queen. And now the bar's going to go down slowly. And, okay, someone messaged me on Steam. So, yeah, the bar's going to slowly go down. As it goes down, it will produce, oh, I can put this in, actually. Make it go a bit faster. As it goes down, it will produce honeycombs, and then it'll also produce at least 1 princess, or I think only 1 princess, and then multiple drones, or only 1 drone sometimes. But yeah, it'll produce those in here, and then in these slots you can put your frames. So we'll just wait for these to go. In this one, you can put a forest queen. And that should go, and you can tell it's working when you see these little bees flying around here. And always remember to have flowers around. I know this setup is pretty homeless, but it will do for this tutorial. So we're going to let these go down, and what you want is to upgrade your bees. So once you have the forest, you want to eventually get common drones. And these are like the first level of breeding bees. Let me get some more dirt. But yeah, so the common drones are the first level of bee breeding. They're like the first stage of bees that you get, and they will get you the next kind, which is the purple bees. I forget what they're called, but I'm going to get more apiaries set up here. Okay. Apiaries. Flowers. I'll make this look nice eventually, but for now, this is all I got. So now that we have a common, I don't want to put the common in with a princess. Okay, there's a princess. And then hopefully, also the princess is what the queen will always be. So if you put a Meadows princess in there, well, you'll always get a Meadows queen. But now that it has that common drone, it's mixed with the common drone gene. And it's funny because in my biology class, I'm actually learning about mixing genes. And when I was reading up on bees, they mentioned this guy named Mendel and his law. We actually learned about that in school, so I could explain it a bit. Let's get this one going too. So the way it works is, if he was breeding pea plants, that's how he did it. And say you have a tall plant and a short pea plant. If you crossbreed them, one of them will be a dominant gene, the other one will be recessive. So let's say the tall plant is dominant. That means there's a better chance of it producing dominant plants, because plants do actually breed and stuff. So yeah, if the dominant one is tall, the plant will most likely be tall. So there's about a 75% chance it'll be tall, a 25% chance it'll be short. But as you further breed it, it keeps on mixing and mixing, and the recessive gene can become greater chance, and then different things like that. So what we're going to want to do is breed our princesses of either forest or meadows with these common drones, and hopefully we can get a common princess, because that will lead us to our next stage of bees. So I'm going to let these guys all go down, and I'll see you guys back in a bit. Okay, while these guys are breeding, I just want to talk a little bit about the beekeeping mod in Feed the Beast. I think you guys should definitely try it out. It's like a really well-made mod. It has a lot of detail and effort that's been put into it. See here, I got a honeycomb. Any more honeycombs? Yep. And it looks like these frames will last a pretty long time. So that is good. But yeah, everyone should try out the beekeeping mod. It is difficult, definitely starting off with. So starting off, if you know just what things you need to build, and just get a forest and a meadows drone, or princess and drone, and start breeding those. That's all you really got to do to start off with. But yeah, so you should definitely check it out. I think it will start producing good things for me eventually. You're obviously not going to be getting any good bees combs at the start of your bee breeding, but once you get to the higher level bees, I think you will get some pretty good combs that will give you some decent things. I don't know much about what you can get out of bee breeding. It is pretty fun and time consuming though. Oh, is that a beehive? Look at that. Marshy. I don't know if I can breed these marshy ones in plains. I keep on finding them in the plains. Anyways, so yeah, definitely check this out. I'm gonna build a cool beekeeping place in the ocean biome somewhere. Probably over my quarry. Okay, here we go. It produced all meadows. Okay. Maybe that was I just put that princess or that queen in there. I didn't know what one it was. So that must have been a meadows bred with a meadows, because I'm pretty sure it would have produced a forest, at least. So let's put this meadows princess. I have one more common drone. We'll get that in there. Let's put another frame in, may as well. Another frame in this one. I'll probably fill these up with frames, because they do make them go faster, and I got a pretty good deal on those proven frames with that trader. So I can actually go back to that guy and get some more frames from him, which is pretty sweet. Oh, there's this one. So I got 3 drones. Yeah, you only ever get 1 princess, and then I believe you get 1 to 3 drones. Let's make this princess with... Actually, we'll wait, because we might get some more common out of this one. So there's no point in breeding more. forest and meadow, so I might get more commons. But yeah, you're just going to want to breed the commons with the forests or the meadows until you get common princesses. And then you want to mix the common princesses with meadow or forest drones, and those will get you the hopefully the next level up of drones, and then you do the same, you mix those with the commons, and yeah. It will be time consuming. You can make automated ones, which I'll look into later. And as I said, I'm still learning about this mod as I go. It's pretty difficult stuff. Definitely when you're starting off, but once you get the hang of it, it should be pretty easy. And I'm probably going to get like a few, like 30 apiaries set up in my base thing. These ones are almost done. There we go. Ooh, a common princess. Okay, good. Good. This one's almost done. So now we got that. We mix that with a forest drone. Sure, why not? And then this one is almost done also. Hopefully get another common princess. So yeah, we got a common queen now. And, wait. Let me just search up the bees. Search princess. Which one's the purple one? It's not here. We enter drone. Nope. Like the common drone isn't even on this list. Even though it is in the actual game, that's weird. So yeah, okay, here we go. That's just forest and meadows. Okay, let's get another forest. Meadows going here. And then another meadows and forest going here. And I'm going to go grab some more frames to get this going faster, so I'll be right back. Okay, I got some frames in there. So now with 3 frames, it will go 30% faster, which is pretty good. Definitely worth trying to find some frames in a village. I think most villages, if you made the world in Feed the Beast, if you're not using like a vanilla world in Feed the Beast, most villages will have beekeepers in them. So you should be able to find. I've only seen 2 beekeepers' houses because I only have 2 beekeeper villages. But one sold me apiaries, the other one sells me frames. So those are both pretty useful stuff. But yeah, this is not going to be the end of this series. This episode is going to end shortly, but it's not. This is going to be like a mini series within my Feed the Bees for Beginners series, because I'm going to be looking further into these bees. But I don't want to. I can't do it all in one episode because there's just so much stuff to cover. But yeah, this episode's going to end shortly. I'm just going to let these ones breed, and then we'll see what happens. This episode's going on longer than I thought it would, but I'm just going to put these bees in here and just wait for these last 3 to finish up. This is the common queen, so I just want to see what I get out of this one. Then I'm going to end the episode. Okay guys, so this one is done. All we got was more common drones, but this is better than nothing. So hopefully, yeah, we had a common princess, but now we don't. Maybe, nope, no more commons here. Put that common drone in there. Ooh, another common princess, okay. I think I should mix it. I'm not going to put another drone in there. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it helped out. And I'll be doing more beekeeping episodes. Probably the next episode is going to be another beekeeping episode. So, see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.